take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came.
Thank you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present Kyrie Irving. What are your thoughts, Kenny, on his game tonight?
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the chart.
And that'll do it for our coverage of this year's final regular season contest. It has been a wild ride. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson. Now the playoffs begin on 2K Sports. See you back for that.
It'll be the Thunder off the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Cleveland. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's James in at the small forward. Here's Adams, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Good way to start the game there. I mean, that's a nice inside bucket.
You're right, Clark. That's exactly what you would want to establish that presence down low early in the game.
And that one's good by LeBron.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag.
I tell you what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
Love with the screen on Westbrook. Love up top. Plenty of space. Here's Mozgov. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul.
You know, Kevin, you can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket. Boy, Durant did a nice job, created space for that shot.
Here's Smith. Good, and the assist goes to James.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
LeBron against Durant. Roberson the pass to Ibaka. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And guys, Serge Ibaka's production was just a little off last season. We're not talking, big number changes. We're talking small dips in a number of categories.
Well, one category where he did really fall off, though, Kevin, was field goal percentage. A career 53% shooter, he dropped down to 47.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. It's Westbrook with the drive.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
And so Westbrook makes them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And the dunk by James.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
Almost. How about the glide in and then also to reverse it?
Westbrook drives in. Back to Adams. Pass to Roberson. Clock at 4. Westbrook against Irving. And Westbrook gets it to go. Westbrook's got 6 points. Greg, for Westbrook, as you were talking about him, the triple-double stretch included 4 in a row. He had 6 triple-doubles, Clark, in 8 games. He was sensational.
Yeah, it really was, Kevin. And what's even more amazing was that he was very close to a triple-double, even on the nights he didn't get one. Man, he's a guy who showed you what it means to carry a team.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Here's Ibaka. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And for all the flash and dash in Oklahoma City over the past few years, Serge Ibaka silently goes about his business. While all eyes are on the megastars, Durant and Westbrook, Ibaka lurks around like a jaguar. I mean, finding opportunities to exploit any weakness in the opposition.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Outside Westbrook. Teardrop shot. Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
And he gets the bucket.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
The dish to Ibaka. And stolen by Fry. Here's LeBron. And Shumpert kicks to James. That evens the score.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throw, no good for LeBron. Here's Roberson, passes to Westbrook. Shumpert with some nice D.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent.
And Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that in year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, the challenge, Greg, is to get back to that level after the injuries. Obviously, I think we all feel it is possible for him.
And you're absolutely right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is, does he have the heart and drive and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best?
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
On the court for Cleveland, pulling out the wings, it's Shumpert, LeBron. Channing Frye out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Dellavedova in at the point. Smith checked in for the Cavaliers. Irving comes in for Shumpert.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters, but such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
At the elbow, it's Thompson. They set the pick. Here's Dellavedova. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots it. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2. Greg, on the topic of Smith, you never know what his personality is going to bring to the game, or Clark, even the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Moment to moment, it's an adventure. When the good JR is rolling, he's knocking down threes, playing solid D, creating havoc for the opponent. Bad JR is taking and missing wild shots, going to sleep on defense, and causing problems for his own team.
Yeah. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Pass to Roberson. Oklahoma City moving it around. And stolen by Fry. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Here's Irving. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other all-stars, quite honestly, Kevin. But you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov comes in for Thompson. And it's Kevin Love in for Channing Frye. Durant dishes to Adams. Poked away. It's stolen by Smith. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second.
And for Irving, he did come into last year hot. I mean, he won the MVP in international play while with Team USA.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for Cleveland.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum. And for Kyrie, taking home the MVP in a Team USA tourney like that, it's a huge ego boost. I mean, of all the stars on that team, he shined the brightest, and I think that's going to help his confidence for this year.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. LeBron's checked in for Smith. And Shumpert in there for Matthew Dellavedova. Here's Durant. Right through the D for the layup. And now just a 1-point Cavalier lead.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him. Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And a good time now to show you the centers and power forwards from around the NBA that have had the softest touch here in the second half of the season. Second is Steven Adams. Fourth, Enes Kanter.
And it's one thing to be able to create high-quality shots for yourself, but you still have to finish. And there's no doubt all those guys can do both.
Yes, sir. I mean, these guys make the most of every one of their easy opportunities. Missing layups is simply not part of their routine.
Irving passes to LeBron. Out to Shumpert. Fires from deep. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got his third assist on the night.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Yeah, and the perimeter shots, though, Greg, not really falling at a good clip here. So I think they may have to back out of that a bit and not settle for those jump shots.
Love with the screen on Durant. It's LeBron with the drive. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Cavaliers lead by 3 and will return shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers? And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Without question, Serge Ibaka displaying his skills today.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Payne out there with Dion Waiters. Then there's Nick Collison. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Morrow in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
The shot's good from Love. Here's Payne. He averages about 5 points a game. This is to Collison.